Cheerio, and welcome to our sixth edition of Flix and a Whisk, the classier and more refined cousin of Flix and a Six. I am one of your hosts, Alessandro Biolsi. With me, forever and always, the man, the myth, the monster, Anthony Costenzo. Say hello, chap.
Hello.
Did you just go full Mrs. Doubtfire on me?
Full Doubtfire.
On this week's episode, we'll be incorrectly predicting this year's Oscar winners. But first, what are we drinking?
I am drinking, and I am not. I just don't have the voice in me. So
I also don't have the voice in me.
Okay.
No, it's only for the intro. Cannot do it for a single second longer.
The Sassenach. May have drank this before. Flix and a Whisk. I don't remember, but
we just realized that our entire database is gone. So.
All the notes are done. We're starting fresh. The apocalypse has happened, but
why not start again anew at a new Oscars? A conclusion of last year's movie season with this year's Oscars.
That's right. So the Sassenach, a limited batch release blended Scotch whiskey product of Scotland. This is from the lead in Outlander, whose name is escaping me at the moment.
That guy.
I've had a handful of bottles of these over the years, but this one in particular came from friends of ours who really enjoy the show but don't drink, and they had a bottle that they were sitting on, and they were like, well, since you liked it and this is going to waste just sitting on the shelf, this is for you. So
nice.
Thank you to Kate and Jay for this lovely gift, and I'm excited to have some.
I don't remember if you've done that on for the show before or not. Maybe you had it in a reserve post beer on a show before.
It's possible. It's a beautiful bottle. Like, look at this.
Oh yeah,
it's like a nice. It's scalloped.
Scallops. Sea otters.
Scallops has to be one of my favorite lines from a movie ever, and it's a single word.
The random obscure line that like no one should ever remember, and the only reason you remember it is because how Christopher Walken says it.
That's right.
So still, that's good.
Stories about scallops and sonatas.
I feel because Dominic. I don't know if Dominic still watches that show, but I know he definitely did for a while, and I think he had the whiskey, but I don't remember if someone like poured him a glass or if he had the bottle. And so if he had it, I definitely have tried it. But if not, I don't remember now because I know he's talked about it before.
Well, it'll still be here on Sunday.
I'll try a drabble on Sunday. So
we dram.
I also have Scotch.
That's how they do it in Outlander.
As it goes. That's okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. I just got a fucking like an update alert thing inside of my headphones. And I have
it was at advertisement volume.
Oh, advertisement volume. It's like advertisement volume when you turn it up super loud to watch the Super Bowl because there's 40 people in the room. That sort of loud.
Yeah.
It like actually disoriented me physically.
Do you have plaque psoriasis? Why are you yelling at me?
Oh God, it happened again.
I do now.
So I'm drinking something that I am surely going to butcher because I don't know how to say this because I don't know Gaelic. This is the Glenallachie. It's a Speyside single malt Scotch whiskey. It's the 10-year in the rye wood finish. Exclusively bottled for Impex Beverages USA.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, I bought this the other day.
Definitely don't know how you say it. I don't think there was enough in it, so you probably didn't get it quite right.
It was more Scottish than it was Hebrew, but fair enough.
There's still a bit of it. Usually they're trailing.
Yeah, it's true. So this one says here, I actually didn't notice this the other day. This is the first time I ever bought this. I have seen it before, or at least this brand, but I've never had it before. I've never heard anyone say it. I bought it on Sunday, and I tried it for the first time that day.
Sunday.
Glenallachie, before we're going with that pronunciation, from the Gaelic, and then it gives me the old Gaelic spelling, which is not going to help me anymore because there are so many consonants where I'm sure that it's not supposed to have consonant sounds. It means Valley of the Rocks. The geology here is dominated by ancient rock formations, not any old stone, not any old wood finish either. It's one of the few independently owned distilleries in Scotland, but deeper than that, we're genuine whiskey lovers. That's why we're extending the insert name here range with a series of wood finishes to share with fellow enthusiasts just what we can achieve with dedicated wood management. Dedicated wood management. That sounds too sexual.
I like that.
It's been a hidden gem for many years and was almost unheard of until we took it back into private ownership. The jewels in our crown, the spirit maturing in casks, lie safely tucked away in the distillery's 16 warehouses. You have in your hand a bottle of, insert name here, rye wood finish. The wood finish series comprises signature expressions of our finest malts from master distiller Billy Walker. Sourcing niche producers and buying small batches of casks from around the world, Billy has left no stone unturned. He looks for well-maintained, fresh casks that will complement the whiskey rather than overpower it. Casks of different oak types add varying characteristics to the maturing whiskey. The finishing period varies, but each enriches the depth of the exquisite, name here, spirit. This gorgeous golden malt
the
has
Glen
been...
Loch Ness Monster.
Exactly right. This gorgeous golden malt has been matured in premium American oak barrels with an additional maturation period in bold and punchy Kentucky rye casks. The different toasting and charring levels of these casks combined with the rye influence add a rich and spicy twist to the classic, your name here, style. Color, golden bronze. Would you like to verify?
Verified.
Okay. Nose, freshly grated nutmeg.
Would you like to verify?
Would you like to verify? Creme brulee, Madagascan vanilla, and Demerara sugar.
Okay.
Taste, verify.
Verify. Let's verify.
Pour it all over the computer, the call-ins. You're going to pour some out for my homie Anthony. Butterscotch drizzled vanilla ice cream. What? Developing to subtle citrus fruits and cinnamon.
I'm going to need you to bring this with you on Sunday.
Yeah, I can bring it. We can mix and match with our two whiskeys.
We'll do a flip-flop.
Yeah. Oh, did I tell you when we went to Ireland, they told me how to learn, they taught me how to waft correctly? I don't remember if I did that on the show when we came back.
I don't think you did.
When you're supposed to waft, you don't just do the big inhale with your nose. You also want to leave your mouth slightly ajar.
Yeah, you got to taste it. Yeah.
Well, the way he said it was basically like kind of almost like putting like your like tongue to the roof of your mouth so that you are like blocking that off slightly. Mm-hmm. It's a very awkward face you make, but it does actually.
It makes a huge difference, though.
It does. I couldn't believe it.
The first Whiskey Live I went through one of those whole like, how do you do this?
They did not teach us properly when we went then.
No, they just kept pouring us full glasses of whiskey.
So much whiskey. Cheers, Anthony.
Cheers.
Yeah, my bottle's out of reach. So.
Ooh, that was nice, though. Wow.
Like a sweet bell going off.
Oh my god, I love this so much. This is so good.
Good.
Also, it is I don't know. Whiskey's just better out of a Glencairn glass.
It sure is.
This one, I don't know. I don't know how to do this stuff. So what I smell something. I smell a kind of like appley and sweetness.
There's some whiskeys that have some appley. The Green Spot, the Irish whiskey, is pretty famous for having some. It literally tastes and smells a bit like green apple.
It's like this is a particularly smooth Scotch, and I'm gonna go back in. Give me a second.
What size is the waist? Let's go in. As Anthony injects the whiskey all over his setup.
Now all I taste is buttercream.
Buttercream, crockskin, buttercream.
Yeah, I guess flavor. I don't know. I feel like I always taste like vanilla and caramelly flavors. So like I don't know how to describe it. It's just very pleasant, and it does linger that way. Like the sweetness stays at the end, and
But do you taste butterscotch drizzled vanilla?
I don't taste butterscotch. I wish I did. I realize now I didn't read my bottle, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick.
Well, I wasn't sure because sometimes it's only on the box versus
warning.
The bottle.
One, according to the
Jesus.
Sorry, that's all I've got. I don't actually. I don't have the box.
Sometimes the bottles have it also, and it's like replicated. But usually the box has more information.
For sure, and tasting notes and such. But yeah, this does not have it. Unfortunately, I could try to pull it up. Let's see what I got.
This one had one small piece of what was on the box. The box had way more than this, obviously. So,
the Sassenach, a fruit transitions to chocolate malty notes with some toffee, butterscotch, and caramel.
I love when my whiskey tastes like toffee. Toffs like tasty.
I I like when he transitions like that.
I like when it transitions. No, I really do like that like toffee type of flavor in a whiskey.
Absolutely.
Butterscotch, obviously pretty
long
close
and sweet with a touch of ginger. Well, so hang on. I got two. Well, I actually got all three of the things I said are on this list, right? I said apples. It's fruity on the nose. I said definitely tastes caramel and vanilla. It's caramel and butterscotch, toffee, whatever. Okay, close enough. And then I said the sweetness lingers on the back of my tongue. Bam, the finish is long and sweet. Maybe I am pretty good at this.
It's funny. I actually have gotten a lot better at picking out some of these flavors, but other ones I just have no hope. Well, some of them like I wouldn't have necessarily been able to identify it until I read it, and I was like, oh yeah, no, okay, I get that in there. But then there's other ones where I'm like, just have no chance of getting that. So, but this is a really good whiskey. I will bring you. I still have. We'll see how much I have after this episode is done, but I have about half a bottle. Me, Dad, and Mike had some on Sunday when I got it.
Do you see the floor getting more and more crooked as the bottle gets lower and lower? We are on the Flix and 6 gang is hosting their Oscars party this year, and hopefully we don't get sidelined by the plague again. I will say, as of today, one of the children is sick.
Of course.
So
of course.
Hopefully it doesn't transition. It does seem to be a lower stomach thing. So I think we're going to be in the clear.
Maybe we'll order food. So maybe we'll order food as opposed to having cooking and contaminating everyone. But
that's fair. We'll see how it goes. But with that being said, Al and I are ready to discuss this year's Oscars as usual.
Well, I mean, relatively speaking, ready. I mean,
that's what I was going to say. As usual, best intentions were to see all of the Best Picture nominees ahead of time.
And as always, I did not see all of them. So
we saw combined 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We saw the majority. Combined, we saw the majority of them.
Wait, did you have my list?
I only from you telling me, so I may have missed some.
Well, I don't. I forgot
we
when
saw
we actually
Begonia and F1, and I didn't see those, so I added them to my list.
Okay. Yeah, I saw Begonia, F1.
Wait, before you, let's bury the lead a bit. I have a list of the movies in order with a synopsis. I'm going to read.
Okay.
This is the Best Picture nominee. We're going to start strong. We're going to start at the top, the top. Final award first. We're going to go through the Best Picture nominees one at a time. Mm-hmm. Discuss whether or not we've seen it.
Yep.
Give a little chat where it stands for us. And go from there.
And I'm going to try to see like at least one more, but...
Same. I have to see at least half of them.
I already have plans now for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night of this coming weekend, so...
I almost died. I don't know why. The whiskey went down the wrong pipe.
You aspirated the whiskey.
I aspirated the whiskey. I'm breathing fire. Okay. Starting off with Begonia, directed by Yorgos Lanthimos. Mm-hmm. 2 conspiracy-obsessed young men kidnap the CEO of a major pharmaceutical company, convinced she is an alien intent on destroying. What is this movie about? A dark?
Oh, you had no idea what this was about because
Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons. No, I didn't.
So the advertising did nothing to let you know. I had actually been slightly aware, and I was like, okay, we did Poor Things. Lanthimos keeps making these ridiculous movies with Emma Stone. I didn't see the one that he made the year after Poor Things. It did not get... Was it like Normal People or Regular People or something like that? I had wanted to.
Shiny Happy People?
I don't think so. But it was Stone, Plemons, and Defoe, I think. But...
all right.
But yeah, and that one seemed normal in the advertising. This one didn't seem normal, but it didn't seem as weird as what it ended up being about. So,
what a synopsis! I wasn't expecting any of that.
Yeah, I watched that movie. That synopsis is accurate. Wow. It is a super weird movie. Of the few movies I saw, this would be the one. Just like in Poor Things, I'm like the audacity of this. And it's a good movie, but the audacity of this is like, this has got to probably be my pick because it's just...
That's amazing. I love that. Okay.
This guy is so fucking weird and he makes the weirdest fucking movies, but no, this is definitely worth a watch. I mean, it is weird as shit.
Yeah. Okay. On that synopsis alone, I'm ready to see. This is unfortunately this is me. I'm gonna have to watch this one on my own. It has two faces that Kim can't stomach, so
Who?
I will not have a partner. She doesn't. She can't stand Emma Stone, and she can't stand Jesse Plemons. And fair enough,
but they're both tremendous actors, although they keep being in super weird shit. So
they are.
Plemons is great in this. He's like Creepy Todd plus in this.
Yeah, I don't particularly want that.
But he's great at it.
He's great. He's great at creepy.
Well, because he's more sympathetic Creepy Todd. How about that? Is that a better sell?
Oh, okay. It's a little bit of a better sell.
Yeah, or more like empathetic, I guess you want to say. Is it's like, oh, okay, I understand why you're like this. You're not just like a deranged, like heartless psychopath. Like, because he's got relationships in this movie, and you almost want to root for him, or if not root for him, you want to empathize. You want to be like, hey, life is tough, and you've had some things maybe not go your way, and so I get why you are the way you are. For like 3/4 of the movie.
Okay. All right. I feel like I need to see this because and
it's not a very long movie. I don't think so.
I'll check it out. I'm sure I'll be able to get to that before.
It's also the vast majority of it is literally just like him and Emma Stone and I forget the name of the other actor. It's the vast majority of the movie is just the three of them, with also it was that comedian. Is it that Greek comedian? Which would make sense because Yorgos Lanthimos made this. But what the hell is his name?
I'll pull it up. Let's see what we got.
Fuck you, IMDb.
Stavros.
Yes, Stavi. That's it. Yeah, Stavros Halkios. Yeah, he's got a few scenes in this too. Other than that, though.
Silver.
Not very much in the movie, but yes, it's really just the top three: Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, and Aidan Dulles. The vast majority of the movie is just the three of them. So, it definitely worth a watch. Super weird.
I'm down for the weirdness. I was the same as you that year with Poor Things. I think that was also my pick, just because we were both just like, this is outlandish, if I remember correctly. Cool. All right, so I mean, we got there quick, but Al's choice.
Well, it was just the first one off the top, so
right.
These are alphabetical, right? So
all right. So next up, we have F1, directed by Joseph Kosinski. Aging former F1 phenomenon Sonny Hayes, Brad Pitt, is recruited by an old friend, Javier Bardem. That one, they didn't do the name; they just said Javier Bardem.
Yeah, no, he just plays himself.
To race for his struggling team and mentor their gifted, temperamental young driver, Damson Idris.
Yeah, he was the guy from Snowfall, I want to say. The lead in that show, Snowfall.
I don't know what that is. You saw F1.
I saw F1.
Okay. Tell us about F1.
F1 was like peak summer blockbuster racing type movie. Like, this is a good movie. It's a fun movie. It's an entertaining movie. I don't think it's a best picture type of movie, but I enjoyed watching it. It's a fun movie.
More on that later. I had a feeling that was going to be the case, but of the list, this is the one that I'm like most interested to watch, and I keep like trying to find like the right time. Like, oh, this would be fun to watch with somebody. Maybe I'll watch with my dad. Maybe you know what I mean? And
I don't know why. I watched it with my dad. He liked it. I mean,
Okay, so fun, but not an obvious like best picture.
So I will say, it absolutely deserves to be up for its technical work. It's definitely pushing some boundaries. This is one of those movies where like they invented types of like cameras and shit to shoot it and stuff like that. So definitely respect to that. Like, technically really well made movie, good acting, decent script. But yeah, it's just a elevated action, movie.
Yeah,
which is nothing wrong with that, but not a best picture movie in my opinion.
But I am glad that type of movie can make its way to.
Oh, sure, I have no issue. Like, Dune is a movie that can and should win. Sure. Not should, but like, legitimately like should have a chance to compete for
like a contender.
This is below that because it just doesn't have the level of like art, in my opinion, that does. But it's just like it's a really good and competently made movie. All
right, cool. I'm excited to watch this. Next up on the list, we have Frankenstein.
I saw
Guillermo del Toro. A lavish Gothic adaptation of Mary Shelley's novel that reframes the story as a family drama. Victor Frankenstein, Oscar Isaac, shaped by his oppressive father, Charles Dance, becomes an abusive creator to his son, the creature, Jacob Elordi. Released theatrically, then on Netflix.
It would have been better if I remembered that they refer to him as the creature instead of the monster in this one, because then I would have called you the creature in the intro, and I got that wrong because
that's fine.
Depending on the version, sometimes they call it the Frankenstein's monster, sometimes they call it the creature, and I defaulted to monster, and I was wrong to do that.
I saw Frankenstein.
I also saw Frankenstein.
It was interesting.
It was.
Get why his movies continually get put up. He is like a singular director.
Yeah, I mean, he's very much an auteur, and
yeah,
when you watch one of his movies, you know you're watching one of his movies.
Like stylistically, and like the performances that he gets out of people, it's quite a movie.
Yeah, I didn't love it, but I respected it. Good movie.
Yeah, no, and I'm not familiar enough like deeply with the source material to know like how much of that was like.
Pretty sure Mary Shelley's
after it, and there were some cool things that it did that were like accurate supposedly, and then other things that were daddy issues that Guillermo seems to have that he brings into every movie that were not part of the original. But either way, like I was captivated for like the majority of the movie. It is. We've talked about this before. I don't mind a long film. I felt the length.
Got to be a better way to say that, but sure.
Phrasing. But you know what I'm saying? Like when a 2.5 hour movie disappears into time, and you're like, "Whoa, it's midnight!" Like that's something. Oh, when it's like, "Oh, I hope this ends soon because I would like to go to sleep." Then that's a different feeling.
To be fair, I did break this up over 2 or 3 viewings, and it wasn't one of those things where I was like, "Oh, I can't get through this." It was one of those things where it was like, "Want to watch a movie?"
Yeah.
It was like a Friday night or Saturday night. I was home alone with the dogs. I was like, "Perfect. Gonna put on an Oscar movie." Put it on. Did not think anyone was gonna be home for a while. I got 20 minutes before they got home, and I was like, So I had like to put it on hold for like half an hour, and then I came back to it. But by that point, I had like lost the momentum. So I watched another 20, 30 minutes, but like then it was like a little on the later side. It's like, well, I still have so much movie left that there's no way I'm gonna like be enjoying this to continue to watch it, all the way to its completion and be done at like 1 a.m. So I had to break it up, but it didn't end up being that big of a deal, especially because I started watching it again like the next day. But
yeah, and it has its chapters.
Yeah, that also helped too, because I think I did that. I think I waited till a chapter end to turn it off, so like I was kind of a clean break there. But I thought it was a cool way to tell the story.
Yeah, and I think is that how the book goes?
I don't remember. It was one that I was supposed to read in high school, and I think I spark noted that one.
I also broke the viewing up between 3 and 4 pee breaks, but I did. It was basically one sitting. It was lengthy, but I like needed to rally a couple times through it. It had its dips. I
kind of appreciated that it was occasionally like crescendoing and then pulling back. Is like there is something to that style of storytelling, and this one also kind of had almost like a last duel aspect to it, right? Where it's like his story versus his story. The way that they had that one, which is totally kind of an interesting way. It certainly doesn't work for everything, but this is a cool way to do it.
It works here. It does. I do like I like these stories of where it starts at the end. And it's like, let me take you back to the beginning. How did we get here?
I always think of in The Other Guys when what's his name? Was it Coogan? Is that what his name is? The British actor. Where he's
talking about. The guy with that serves the water, right?
Yes. Yeah. And he's telling them, they're like, come on, tell me the story. He goes, well, rather than just give you like kind of a boring linear story, I'll think about maybe we'll start somewhere in the middle and then work back and occasionally give other characters perspectives to give it a richer narrative and this and that. They're like, just tell the fucking story already.
I love that. This reminded me of something that happened at work the other day where somebody likened working with Claude Code to that scene in Memento where he's chasing the guy, and the guy's like,
"Why am I chasing this guy? Oh wait, I'm being chased."
It's so good. So yeah, Frankenstein. And then a good watch. I think it was a solid movie. I understand the nod. It wouldn't be my pick.
Again, I would say this one, in a similar way to F1, like the set design and costume design in this is pretty sensational. Like this should absolutely be nominated for those things.
Sure.
I'm not offended by this being nominated for Best Picture, certainly, because what's up?
When his leg blows off.
Yeah. Well, some of the effects were good. The wolves weren't.
The wolves were not. The wolves were bad.
But this
they blew their budget on the casket. The hand carved. Yeah.
I was thinking that tweet. I think it was a drill tweet. The one about please help me, my family's dying. I need to work on my budget, and it's like the monthly budget is like rent, food, whatever, and then it's like candle budget $3,000 per month.
Oh man.
But no, I mean this one is, so to contrast it against F1, like this one I thought did actually have more artistic merit. So like I do totally get why it has this nomination. Like I think it's a respectable nomination, even if I wouldn't vote for it myself. But or at least I wouldn't vote it very highly amongst the ones I saw or in general. But like I liked more a few years ago when we did Nightmare Alley. I thought that one was a legitimate contender as far as a Del Toro joint. But final thought on this one is, I mean, Oscar Isaac was great as always, but shout out to Filch. Filch, I thought, crushed it.
Yeah, Filch did a great job. I was
playing a non-villainous role for once, giving him a little bit of depth to work with. I actually liked him a lot in this.
It was a solid performance. It was exactly the last thing that I was going to bring up too. Was like that sequence in that shack, like the long winter, learning to read, becoming friends with this person. That was all so strong, and then capped so perfectly with like the wolves, and then the people coming back home and thinking he did it, and just the brutal, just he destroys them. It was like but he was like so.
Although guys, think for like 2 seconds, because Filch clearly was like chewed on by wolves and not like murdered by another large man,
right? Who like you've shot in the head before, and he was fine. So pick a different avenue. Like
to be fair, these people didn't shoot him in the head, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, you're right. That's a good call. That is a good call. Sorry.
It's all right. They're dumb. It's fine. Moving on. We've got Hamnet by Chloe Zhao. Based on Maggie O'Farrell's novel, the film dramatizes the family life of William Shakespeare, Paul Mescal, and his wife, Agnes. Every time I hear Paul Mescal, that name, all I hear is Gianna going, he's
attractive.
His wife, Agnes.
And yet, I don't think she saw this movie, so.
As they cope with the devastating loss of their 11-year-old son, Hamnet, to the plague. We
spoiler alert,
had no interest in watching this movie, then saw clips of it and the performers at the SAG Awards, and we were like, okay, actually this looks pretty solid. And then we were about to put it on, and Kim goes, there's just something about it pretending to be a real thing. She's like, it says that it's like fictional, it's historical fiction with some like loose basis on these things, and I'm like, I get it. She's like, it's that, but I feel like it's almost trying to present itself as not being fake. And also, I don't want to watch an 11-year-old die tonight. And I was like, I get it. And we,
so you guys didn't watch it?
We didn't watch it. No.
Okay, good. Because if you had asked me, I was going to tell you that I had heard on good authority. If you're a parent, especially a parent of young kids, don't watch this movie.
Yeah. Okay.
So
watch this one then.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chloe.
Now, I didn't see it, but that's what I was told. So
right. By your good friend Alan Sepinwall.
No, other reviewers actually. But
okay, fair enough. I'm sorry, I poured a little too much scotch on that second go.
Also, let's get it right. It's my close personal friend, Alan Sepinwall.
What did I say?
You said your good friend.
It's gotta be your bull. Next up, Marty Supreme, directed by Josh Safdie. Now I'm gonna go ahead and skip the synopsis here. And read my version of it.
Oh, okay.
This movie has everything. Table tennis, unibrows, xenophobia and sportsmanship, domestic violence, Timothy Chalamet getting spanked bare bottom with a ping pong ball. Dude, we watched Marty Supreme last night. I will read you the actual synopsis right now. Timothy Chalamet stars in this chaotic sports dramedy about the world of competitive ping pong alongside Gwyneth Paltrow, Tyler Okonma, and Fran Drescher. Bassinger. This movie was all over the place in the best
it sounds
possible
like
way.
Because when they first started advertising this, I was like, I don't give a shit about this guy playing ping pong. And then I heard it's not really about that. I was like, okay, fine, maybe I'm more interested in this now. But I actually wanted to see this one, and I don't think it really had hit a streamer by the time it was convenient for me to watch it. And I just wasn't going to rent it until I was 110% sure I was going to sit down and watch the whole thing. So that's
totally fair. And you know how I feel about the Safdies.
I mean, you know how I feel about the Safdies. Although this is only one Safdie, so...
This is the thing. But it is the one with the camera directly up everybody's nose, which was my big.
Is that a thing? I don't even remember that.
My big problem with it is the framing of all the shots are way too tight.
But the Safdies did kind of break up, right? Like the same way that the Farrellys did, and
I guess, yeah. But against all odds, this is my choice.
Oh, really? Okay.
This is my choice. This movie was. What's the word? It's not a delight. It's. I'm sorry that I've ruined that word for this show. I was wildly entertained and on the edge of my seat the entire movie. Timothy Chalamet, he's so charismatic, and like the character is like, he does some pretty awful things, but he's like so like driven by this one particular thing in his life until he gets to the end and gets it, and then everything changes, and now he's driven by the next. It's very, you spend the entire time like they're telling you who this guy is. He is telling you who he is. He's never pretending not to be this guy. So like if you start to feel that he's going to act a different way, that's on you. You have no reason to think or believe that.
Scorpion and the Frog. It's
pretty great. And he does a tremendous job. And there's just, it is, like I said, it's all over the place. There's so many, Al, when I tell you that this movie opens with the miracle of life, like it's literally, it's sperm swimming, it opens. It's like right after there's like the kind of like an opening shot, little thing.
What is with these dudes? Because the other one opened with a colonoscopy. I mean, come on.
So it's the sperm swimming. Some of them getting trapped. Some of them making it through. They all find the egg. They conform on the egg. They're breaking through. One of them.
I'm aware of the miracle of life.
You got to listen. One of them gets in. It gets the egg. Then you see the electrical storm inside of it as it's forming, and then it slowly transitions into a ping pong ball.
Just like the other one started with a colonoscopy and started with an opal and ended with colonoscopy, whatever the fuck it was. I forget. Tomato.
But yeah, it was.
He does realize he's a huge fucking cliche, right? Like everything he does is a cliche, and that's why I hate his movies, because everyone's like, "Oh wow, this is so well written, so deep," and I'm like, "No, I call single thing beat for beat. Nothing is clever. None of this is clever. It never is."
I don't care about any of that. It was the performances. They were great.
Okay, that's fine.
They were so.
But the performances were great. Adam Sandler was great in Uncut Gems. Robert Pattinson was great in whatever the fuck that movie.
The difference was I kind of liked this movie, and I did not like those other ones.
Fair. I mean, I'll see it, but like, I keep getting tricked because I keep forgetting it's a Safdie movie, and then I remember again. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't watch this actually, because I'm just gonna get mad at it. I'm just gonna get mad at it.
Personal with it right away. God, I can't stand it. I kept going. I was watching it. I just kept going. And Kim was like, "What?" I was like, "I feel like if I tell you, then you're only going to see it. So maybe I'll tell you after the movie."
Yeah.
She goes, "Is it how close the shots are?" And I was like, "Yes." Oh man, that was good. I enjoyed that watch. That was fun. Next up, we've got One Battle After Another by one Paul Thomas Anderson. Bob, Leonardo DiCaprio, is a washed-up revolutionary living off-grid in stone paranoia with his self-reliant daughter, Willa. When his old nemesis resurfaces and Willa goes missing, he's forced back into his combative past to find her. Features Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro. Those are two people.
Sure is.
Sean Penn. Imagine that name.
Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro. That reminds me of I know you don't really watch football in any way, shape, or form, but there was this running back in like the late 2000s and early teens. That sounds about right. And his name was Ben Jarvis Green Ellis. The first name, Ben Jarvis, with 2 capitals, no hyphen. Last name, Green Ellis, hyphen. And his nickname was the law firm because he had 4 names.
Oh my god!
And that's what you just did to Sean Penn and Benicio del Toro.
The law firm. I like that.
Yeah, it was a good nickname.
Did you get to see one battle after another?
I did see this movie.
Okay, good. This was my front runner until I saw Marty Supreme.
Well, this was everyone's front runner for quite some time. Whether or not it will still continue to win, I don't know. Whether or not it should win, I don't know. But it's certainly a worthy contender. Certainly should have been on the shortlist from what I've seen and heard of movies. So
let's get the gripes out of the way with this movie real quick.
So I'm going to be honest. I don't have any major gripes. It's a really good movie. But it's just a really good movie. It wasn't as groundbreaking as I thought it was going to be.
Sure.
It wasn't as audacious as I thought it was going to be, although it certainly had moments of that.
Mm-hmm.
But Paul Thomas Anderson is a really good writer and director. Whether or not I love all his shit, because I don't. But
no, we do not.
I legitimately really, really enjoyed Boogie Nights. I did not enjoy Inherent Vice. I still really want to watch The Master, and I've never got around to it. But he's a good director. He makes good, artistic, competent movies, and again, he got really good performances too, which is a part of the job of a director. Sean Penn was insane in this, although he usually is. What's her name? Whose name is totally escaping me, was really good in somewhat limited action. The mother, I just can't think of her name.
Perfidia.
Yeah. DiCaprio's. Yeah, that's it. DiCaprio's really good, as he always is. Not like a noteworthy DiCaprio performance, but really good.
Yeah.
It's just like, this is what I expect out of Leonardo DiCaprio at minimum at all times, and he delivered. Which is not a criticism. It's just not praiseworthy either. Is all I'm saying.
I agree.
But it was a really good movie. It was probably a little longer than it needed to be. It was at times a hair unguided in ways it didn't have to be necessarily, or at least I'll say kind of like ruminating on some stuff. But just a really good movie that deserves to be nominated for Oscar for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I do think overall it's a really good movie, and I do think it makes sense that it's up for awards. I will say
I was whelmed by this movie.
I was whelmed. The first 40 minutes of the movie, though, I was like, here we go.
I had some concern, and I would like to say we could have tighten that up. But ultimately, where substantially, like, could they have shaved 5 minutes by taking 10 seconds here and 30 seconds there? Sure, but once I saw the whole movie, I didn't feel as much that way as I was when I was in it.
I think that's fair because of the length of the movie.
Yeah.
But
because they had to do a lot of world building to get to where they wanted to go. So like I did ultimately get it, but yeah, I felt that same. Because I think you saw it before me, and you said that to me too, where it was like, hey, like the early parts of this is kind of rough, and I'm like, I was watching, I was like, I'm gonna sit through the whole movie,
right,
but I'm getting a little concerned it's not gonna turn into the next gear, but it does. But it does.
Yep. But watching it though, I feel like the things that I kept getting hung up on was like, look, like I've seen a lot of movies over the years. I'm okay with like a little bit of
everything. We do a movie podcast,
whatever, right? We do a movie podcast. But there was just like this excessive sexual stuff happening in the first act or prelude, which is 40 minutes.
Again, it makes sense when it's all said and done.
It makes sense to a degree.
Sure.
But some of it was so...
This guy made a movie about the 1970s porn scene. I mean, like, he's going to have sex in his movies.
Yeah, but there was some of it was like so like weird to watch, because all I kept thinking was, this guy wrote and directed these, like, it's coming from a weird spot in his brain, and I couldn't detach from that. And I was like, and I was just getting hung up on it, and I was like,
I mean, you love Tarantino, and he does the same shit. I mean, like,
I like Tarantino. Okay. But he does.
It feels like you've softened on that sense, because like in the past, I feel like you've like
there are certain, well, yeah, there's a couple. I mean, I really love Inglourious Bastards. I obviously enjoy Pulp Fiction quite a bit. I was meh with Kill Bill, was fine to me, but I think I missed the ride Whatever.
I thought you ultimately ended up liking it when you saw the whole
I liked it.
affair.
I don't think I would watch it again.
Really? Okay.
Just
we watched it the last time I was there.
We watched like the last part of like whatever the long version of it that I had on. That was the whole thing.
The whole bloody affair. Didn't we watch? No, we watched it like that night, and then we finished it the next morning, didn't we?
Oh, maybe that might have been what we did.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There was just something a little bit off-putting about like the choices and the way that it was going, and I was just like, where it's like I get the character already. Like I get what we're doing. Like it just felt like it was lingering a little bit, and then so we're 40 minutes in, and I'm sitting there and I'm a little frustrated. I'm like, I feel obligated to see this movie because of how much recognition it's getting. I'm not into it right now, and then the movie time jumps and doesn't stop moving, and it's incredible. I just feel like it goes into it really picks up steam, and I'm like locked in from that moment on. Yeah. And I was like, okay, that was pretty wild. The first 40 minutes, like I said, I was like, meh, but then it really takes off. I agree with your take so far on the performances, as we kind of touched on Sean Penn a little bit. Jesus Christ. Like, oh my, like that was like what, like that was, it was one of the most unsettling things I've ever seen. Right? Was the way that he walks.
Yeah. Right? I mean, pretty much everything about him. I mean,
yeah. And then they somehow make it worse by the end. Like they make him even more of a monster. He's just, I don't know.
There is an element of every time you think he can't get worse, somehow he finds a way to get a little bit worse. But
yeah, he gets a little bit worse.
It's like, how do you keep surprising me? I feel like I should know already.
Right, it's the same thing as before. Like you're telling me who this guy is.
Yeah.
There's that, but the show stealer for me is Benicio.
Okay.
What a character! This guy is fully in this world, and he's calm, and he's collected, and he's casual. He's seen it all. He knows how to deal with it all. He moves with a steady gait through this crazy, like revolutionary, like world that he's a part of, and he's killing it. Just Bob is freaking out, paranoid, on the phone, whatnot. He's walking around the room. He's tidying up,
the whole scene really just with them in the car, where like,
oh my god,
he ends up like throwing him out of the car.
that was incredible. You're gonna need to jump. You're gonna have to jump, and we're gonna count to 5, and then you jump out of the window. It's very casual. Have you been drinking today? A little bit. What's a little bit? I had a few small beers. And he's doing his little dance on the.
Oh yeah.
There was a couple of moments in the movie. There was literally anything with him that just killed me because of like how calm he moves through the chaos. I just thought it was like such a great performance. And then the other thing that I absolutely loved was how pissed Bob was getting on the phone when he doesn't remember the stupid.
Yeah, it's like the whole code. It's fundamentally undermining the whole purpose of having this code system where he's... No, I swear, like, this is who I am. Like, but you have to respect. No, like, you don't understand. Tell them that this is his call. Like, it's like, no, you don't understand that. Yeah. It's like, who could even remember this? It's been 16 years.
So that I will list that as my runner-up.
I mean, of the movies that I saw, that feels right. Yeah.
Next up, we have Sentimental Value.
I know almost nothing about this movie.
It's a lot of letters in a row that I'm not quite.
Hey, I butchered some Scottish earlier, so go ahead. Am I setting you up for failure? Hang on.
How does that? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with this J. That's my problem. It's the first letter of the name, and I didn't even know Stellan Skarsgård was in this. Holy shit! Yeah, that's part of the reason why I want to see it.
Oh, you're talking about the director?
Yeah,
it's Joachim.
Is it
Joachim Trier? Yeah.
Okay, sure. Joachim Trier. Sisters Nora and Agnes reunite with their estranged father, Gustav. Stellan Skarsgård, a once renowned director who offers Nora a role in his comeback film. When she turns it down, family tensions and generational trauma surface. Stars Renee Rainsby and Elle Fanning.
That one I wasn't as confident in. So
Joe Chim Trier.
Joe Chim. I'm pretty sure it's not that. I might not have got it right, but I'm pretty sure it's not that.
I was gonna just say I was gonna say that, but it just didn't feel right, and I don't know why. But anyway,
Joe Chim.
You can't. You
didn't want to put in a Jua
Chim. You can't really go wrong with the Stellan Skarsgård. So
sure.
I would be interested to see that.
He burns himself for a future he'll never see.
Well, so we really have nothing to go on for this.
I was just thinking about Andor the other day.
Just like one of the, of a show that is like mostly high moments. What a runaway moment, right?
And Aunt Petunia damn near outdid him right after that. So,
Aunt Petunia. Wow, I've never made that connection before.
No, you 100% did. When we watched the first season, we talked about it.
Really?
Yep.
I was thinking...
No, maybe that's the only moment you thought about it, but...
Maybe. I just kept thinking Super Mario Brothers.
Well, the funny thing was... What? Was she in Super Mario Brothers?
Isn't she in Super Mario Brothers?
The Leguizamo Hoskins one?
Yes. You're looking this up for me?
I feel compelled to.
Maybe I'm thinking... Maybe that's who I thought it was, and it's actually... No.
Fiona Shaw. Scrolling. She was in the Rafe Fiennes Uma Thurman The Avengers.
Is her name Fiona Shaw?
Yep.
Yes, it's her.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen Super Mario Brothers since like 1997 or something like that.
I feel like she gets fried by the meteorite at some point.
There was a meteorite?
Oh,
she was in My Left Foot. Wasn't that an Oscar winner?
Piece of the meteorite. Yeah, she's in Super Mario Brothers with Bob Hoskins, John. I want to point out that right now I have IMDb open to Super Mario Brothers, and there's a build cast member Moho Nixon. I
don't know who that is.
Who played Toad, and their picture on IMDb
is
Goomba.
Now is that Moho or is it Mojo?
I don't know. Why don't we ask Joe Chim and see what he thinks about
Joe Chim. We need to do that for the show, that movie, because we've talked about it a million times. I remember almost nothing about it. So
I
that's hilarious that you remember her from that. You didn't remember that she was fucking Aunt Petunia. How many times did you watch the Harry Potter movies that you didn't realize?
Yeah.
I mean, like, to be fair, when we were watching it, when I was watching the beginning of Andor and she showed up, I'm like, who is this? Because she's very familiar. And I looked up, oh, duh, of course she's Aunt Petunia. Like, of course. It's only been like 8 years. She looks pretty much the same, you know?
Yeah. I think if I were to close my eyes and go to my mind palace, I could probably...
my mind palace.
I could probably go through the entire script of the Super Mario Brothers movie.
I certainly could not. No, I don't know that I could get one single line. So.
I know we're like way off the path right now, but I have one other thing.
We're talking about the Oscars, and we're also talking about the Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, we're off the path. That's kind of our thing.
Fiona Shaw, right? Okay, this is Harry Potter, Aunt Petunia. The Dursleys suck, right? The Dursleys are really terrible people. And I saw this thing. It's like maybe the Dursleys were terrible people because they were living with a Horcrux for a decade. And I went,
that's not a bad theory.
Oh, snap.
Not a bad theory.
But they don't really get better once he leaves.
Also,
maybe their little muggle minds can't adapt.
Also, if you recall, like in the flashbacks that Snape has when he remembers meeting when he meets Lily, she's awful, like from when she's 11 years old, which is like
right.
a decade plus before Harry's born.
Lily.
So
Lily legs, Lily.
Lily legs, Lily.
Oh man! All right, to Chim. Hope that your movie gets some recognition. Next up on the list, we have Sinners by Ryan Coogler. Two criminals, Michael B. Jordan and Michael B. Jordan, return to their hometown in the Jim Crow era South to open a juke joint, only to be confronted by a metastasizing supernatural evil, a genre-bending horror film that earned a record 16 nominations. Your light is flickering, right?
Yeah.
No.
Either I'm having a stroke, but like in reverse, or you're having a stroke, but Yeah, no, it's flickering. Or at least it was right then for a second, and it was like aggressive. And that was why I was turning 180 degrees away from the camera.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen that happen before down here.
You saw parts of Sinners.
I saw Ish.
You saw Ish. You saw Sinners. You got in late.
Yeah, against my will, the movie was turned on like 35 minutes into it, and so I kind of spitefully tried to only half pay attention to it so that I can at some point sit down and watch it, even though I now basically know what happened. So I would still actually like to watch this movie. It is a shame that it came out very nearly a year ago, and I still haven't watched it. But unlike all the other times in which I'm like, oh, even though I didn't get to it before the Oscars, I'm definitely going to watch it, and then I never do. I'm going to watch this one.
Nice. Okay, good. I really enjoyed Sinners. Sinners was like the of the movies that I saw on this list. Sinners was like, it was a movie. Like I was like, you're in it. You don't really know how it's gonna go unless you've had parts of it spoiled for you, which I did, and I was just like wondering how are we gonna get there. And sure enough, we get there. But the performances are solid. Like the visuals, like just like the vistas, everything is like really well done and choreographed, and like the characters have depth, and I was captivated the whole way through. And it goes for a movie that is essentially a like thriller horror to be that captivating and that entertaining all the way through is pretty solid. I don't see Best Picture for this movie.
I get why it was nominated, and I would say this is a souped up version, like a way souped up version of what you were saying about F1 earlier, where it's like, I like that this type of movie has a chance.
Totally.
Now, does that mean it should win? I don't know. I wouldn't be offended by it winning.
I'm not going to be upset about it. I'm just like, it's just not. It's not really what I picture when I'm thinking like a Best Picture.
There's parts of it that I think absolutely live up to that, but there's other parts where I'm like, this is just a really good and well-made movie, you know?
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. And again, it's one that's nominated like 16 times. Like maybe it should win 8 Oscars, but not Best Picture. Yeah, like, you know, like there wouldn't be anything wrong with some of that. I mean,
yeah. That being said, I had parts of it like I kind of knew where it was going to eventually go, and I just didn't know how it was going to get there.
I mean, it's definitely audacious, and we talked about that being something that we'd like to see is like take a swing. I mean, yeah, when you take a swing, sometimes you're going to fucking miss, but when you connect, you hit it out of the park, right?
They only slightly missed though, and I'll because we're gonna spoil it right now. If you haven't seen it, you might want to skip ahead. But the way that I had this spoiled for me was somebody was talking about is like, I did not know that Sinners was going to be an Oops All Vampires movie.
Oops All Vampires.
And I was like, I'm sorry, I've seen the trailer. What are you talking about?
The first couple of trailers, they did a really good job of not showing that, and then they did, and I'm like, I would have preferred you didn't. Like, if you want to continue to peel the curtain just a little bit to show that like something's happening, great. Totally. Don't tell us what's happening. Let us find that out.
Yeah, absolutely. But so, and that kind of leads me to the next bit, which is when she goes out to the group to talk to them and feel them out. And she's, that's when we find out. The lead guy kind of turns, and I don't know if his eyes go red. He shows his teeth. There's like a weird thing, right? It shows the camera. She's uneasy and she runs off, but it shows the camera. It shows his face. I don't know if she saw this or not. I don't remember. But then a few beats later, he launches himself into the sky and like lands on her. Right?
Yeah.
Don't show the turn and the teeth and the eyes. I would have been so blown away if she's uneasy, they're making her uncomfortable, she runs, and then he leaps into the sky. Like,
but then you don't see what happens next. Yeah.
I think that's the play. But I'm not a director.
I will say that is something that I kind of consistently heard was like, okay, you want to let us know there's some fucked up shit coming and it's probably supernatural, great, but don't just give up the whole game that early. Like, let's play that out a little slower.
Or if you do it in a more shocking fashion, because I think like showing, like I said, it was like the eyes and the teeth, like it's kind of, okay, you're going vampire, but like even if you just held back for like 3 more seconds just to reveal it with like this jump and attack, like that would I would have been like, what is going on? But it was a very entertaining. And I feel like it's got a lot of messaging in it, which is great. And I think like I said, the performances are fantastic. The art style is wonderful. It's pretty funny that like even in 2026, there's just something uncanny valley about the same person playing 2 parts. Like there's like, you have to do the stand-in piece, right? Mm-hmm. So you kind of can see the seams, just like you were able to see 20 years ago in The Parent Trap or whatever, right? It's the same
30
deal.
years ago.
Let's not talk about that. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like you could see it. There's almost like one actor is like one step too far forward in the frame. It's like little things like that like it almost like it's a little bit jarring for me, like visually, but like I could immediately be like okay with that because I feel like Michael B. Jordan performing with himself was pretty sick.
Yeah.
That's Sinners. And that concludes what we've seen, I'm assuming, for
let me double check, but I'm
Best
pretty
Picture.
Sure.
The next, I'll just go into the next movie.
Well, you skipped over a couple of them. Well, sorry. I have the actual Oscars page open, and they're totally alphabetical, so you actually skipped over a couple. But
The Secret Agent is next.
Oh, sorry, you skipped over one of them. That's what it was, yeah.
I
forgot you mentioned sentimental value already.
What did I skip over?
No,
The Secret Agent and Train Dreams.
Yeah, sorry, the way it's listed is like purely alphabetical on the Oscars page.
Oh.
So Secret Agent is above Sentimental and Sinners. For a second, I forgot you already did Sentimental Value, so I was thinking you skipped over 2, but it was just one. And then Train Dreams is the last one on there. So
okay, so we've got The Secret Agent by Kleber Mendonca Fio.
Well, this makes me feel better about butchering that fucking British accent as always. So
I'm trying. All right, I'm here to learn. If you know how to say it, I'd love to learn. Brazil, 1977.
Oh no, Brazilian. Fuck that. I can't do Portuguese. I'm awful at Portuguese.
Marcelo Wagner Maura,
I believe
a technology expert in his early 40s, is on the run from the military dictatorship. Hoping to reunite with his son, he travels to Recife during Carnival Week.
I think it's Recife, but I'm not actually sure.
All right. During Carnival Week. I know nothing about this movie. Is this based on the fact that I can't read any of it and that it takes place in Brazil? Is this the foreign film that is up for Best Picture this year?
I mean, there's a couple of them. I'm pretty sure Sentimental Value and...
Are they all up for a foreign movie?
I don't know, but like Sentimental Value is definitely a foreign... I don't know if it was in English or not, but like if you look at the cast and the director and writer, like they're all... Well, I mean, Elle Fanning was in it, but like everyone else was pretty much some sort of Scandinavian.
Right. Yeah, I'd be curious if both of those are up for... Because also, I know that there's logistics on whether or not it can contend for that category.
Yeah.
But...
well, you're doing that.
That actually sounds pretty interesting, though. I would...
Well, I mean, I would think so. I'm going to look up, while we're continuing to talk about this international feature film, to see what's nominated.
The Secret Agent.
The Secret Agent's one of them, as is Sentimental Value. Okay. And also, It Was Just an Accident, Surat, and the voice of Hind Rajab.
Got it. Unfortunately, we have nothing else to add for The Secret Agent because neither of us saw it, except for the fact that after reading the synopsis, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I didn't know too much about this initially, and then I did see that Wagner Mauro was in it, and I do like him, and so I kind of want to give this a try, even though the Brazilian is going to probably fuck me up. Meaning the Brazilian in this case, like them speaking in Brazilian.
Sure. Put the subtitles on, you'll be all right.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Subtitles on, not like A Quiet Place that you watched with the subtitles.
Oh, that was awful.
Train Dreams by Clint Bentley. Based on Dennis Johnson's novella, the film follows Robert Grainer, Joel Edgerton, through an era of unprecedented change in early 20th century America, from building railroads in the Pacific Northwest to losing and rebuilding his life. I saw, I think this is on, I want to say it's on Netflix or it's on one of the streaming services.
I believe it's on Netflix, yes.
And I rolled over it and I went, holy crap, this looks boring.
That's the same thought I had.
I am okay not seeing this one. Which is...
Yeah, I feel bad because I feel like this was, what's his name, right? Joel Edgerton was in this one?
Yeah, he's got sleepy face.
But it's more than that, though. I feel like he's in a movie like this.
So hang on, just to recap for the listeners, when I say somebody has sleepy face, it is somebody who puts me to sleep because of their face.
Well, that's true. But also I feel like his face looks like it's a little bit asleep. Like, I mean, like, he's a little jowly. Like, it feels like his sleep... it feels like the muscles in his face are not always fully engaged. Up. Yeah, you know how, like, when you... I mean, I don't know if you snore. I know your sister snores. I snore. But you know how you snore because, like, your muscles relax and they start to close your throat? Like, I feel like that's happening to his face.
I know your sister snores sounds like a dig.
No, I just mean that much like my father, who is the record holder for snoring, uses a CPAP machine, so does she. So.
Your father is a Snorlax.
He is.
Yeah, no, I get you. But like when I see him, I want to go to. I just like want to, instead of watching a movie, go to sleep. When I see Kevin Costner, instead of watching the movie, I want to go to sleep. It's just these things that, unfortunately, it's just how it is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Train Dreams. I'm sorry, Clint Bentley. I don't think I'll be watching you. That's it. That's the list. For Frontrunner, we have One Battle After Another. PTA's film was nominated at all 7 major precursors and won 6. The Golden Globe, PGA, DGA, WGA, Critics' Choice, and BAFTA. The PGA has correctly predicted 14 of the last 17 Best Picture winners, including the last 5 straight. Oscar models give it 63 to 87% odds.
Okay.
Sinners has momentum from its record 16 nominations and SAG Ensemble win.
That was
the Industry Guild sweep favors OBAA.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I can't keep track of all these. I realized that the SAG Awards are no longer the SAG Awards, right? They're
the actor awards.
Which makes sense because the SAG Awards never sat right with me. So
yeah,
feels like something you'd give to. Just felt like something you'd give to Joel Edgerton's face
during the SAG Awards where Kristen Bell had a handmade trophy of Timothée Chalamet that she was going to give to the winner of her bracket style ping pong tournament that she was having in the back of the event. Okay, that's the gist of the little shtick, which was silly by itself until a week later. Kim goes, "Did you know she made that?" Which just made it fantastic. Anyway, moving on. We've got Best Director. This should come as no surprise, but we have Chloe Zhao for Hamnet, Josh Safdie for Marty Supreme, Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another, Joachim Trier for Sentimental Value, and Ryan Coogler for Sinners. Now,
this sounds about right, but it does feel wrong that Lanthimos is not in this, because I think his direction in that movie is fucking incredible. But to be fair, didn't see Sentimental Value, so I can't just like wholesale pull that out. Didn't see Hamnet. Chloe Zhao is a great director, but like,
sure,
I don't know. I don't know enough about the movie. Like, you know, and again, is it a strong script movie? Is it just a strong acting movie? Like, it doesn't look like the degree of difficulty in that movie is very high. Like, that matters to me, right? Like,
yeah,
pulling off something audacious like what's it called? Begonia, or frankly, you know, pulling off some of these other movies that have a little bit more of an action bent occasionally, like that. You can see on display some of what more the directing is. And when you're directing a two-hander like Hamnet, which I'm pretty sure that movie is mostly just about the two of them, you know, but it's incredibly. What?
I'm sorry. Something about the phrasing that you just said about the two of them, in my mind, that movie's about the two of them, Ham and Annette.
No, I'm thinking now that you've got me on this, I'm thinking Hamnet, like someone like caught a ham with a net. Like, like in the...
Like how you catch a boar?
No, well, yes, but no. The Jersey Shore episode of Always Sunny with the rum ham.
Oh, yeah.
Because don't they end up They end up scooping it up out of the water.
Yeah,
Right?
they do. And now all I'm thinking of is the fact that if you buy a ham in the grocery store, sometimes it is netted.
It's in like a fishnet stocking, which is way
Yeah.
too sexy for a ham to be in.
It's too sexy for this ham. My lord. All right, so let's go down this list. Like you said, you haven't seen Hamnet. We can't really gauge, but basically, from what I've seen, that doesn't seem like it would be a pick for me. Marty Supreme, I think, is a solid Best Picture nominee in spite of the directing. So I don't think.
Which one? Which one?
Marty Supreme.
Oh.
So
well, that was the other thing. I was like, you seem to really like the movie, and to be able to juggle that much going on, as much as it pains me to say this, like it probably is a testament to his directing. But on principle, I want to yank him the fuck out of there for Begonia. So
yeah. So that's a no. One battle after another. Again, like this movie, Marty Supreme. I feel like it's like the performances. But
there's enough. There's enough ass to what's going on with fucking One Battle After Another. Where like
that's fair.
I'll give PTA credit for balancing all that shit and making it into a coherent thing.
But when I think of like directing, and I don't even know if I'm looking at it through the right lens. It's just like how I've always kind of picked it from this list. I'd pick Ryan Coogler for it, which is funny because I'm saying like no for Best Picture, but I am saying yes for director on it.
Again, with what he's balancing out and with again. Directing a guy playing a dual role, it's a pretty large ensemble with, a pretty audacious story, and there is some action to that too, and some effects,
flow of it,
and the stylistic, all the cinematography and all that. So, totally fair to want him in here legitimately.
So we've got frontrunner Paul Thomas Anderson, clean sweep of every major directing precursor, Golden Globes, Critics' Choice, BAFTA, and DGA. The DGA winner has gone on to win the Oscar in all but a handful of cases historically. This is one of the most locked categories of the night.
And they said that's for who? Sorry, I missed that part.
PTA.
Okay. I mean, again, I won't be terribly surprised. I mean, out of this, it's not offensive to me.
Mm-hmm.
I actually really of this grouping, I would think it really should be between Coogler and PTA, but
yeah. My pick, if we're doing a bingo card, I'm picking PTA. But if it's my choice, I'm going Coogler.
That's fair. I mean, you have that split loyalty. What should win versus what I want to win. Sometimes it does come. It's actually, I got a question at work the other day. I was working with a guy that I know him. I've known him for a while, but like I don't usually work that closely with him.
I know, but I don't know him.
Well, no, it's just more like I've known him for a long time, and like I do get along with him. There's long periods of time where I don't see or talk to him really. So, but I've been working with him a little more closely lately, and he did like throw that at me because we were basically working together the whole day, and he like threw me out like he's like best movie ever made. He goes, not your favorite movie, what you think should be considered the best movie. Like it can be whatever version of achievement, enjoyment. Objective quality, subjective quality, like all that sort of stuff. I was like, fuck, man, you can't just like drop that on me. Like that's something I gotta really think about. Like that's tough. I want to hear, give me just first impression. Doesn't have to be right, just like the first thing that comes to mind. Go. This is your opinion. I don't want you to like try to impress someone. Your opinion.
No. Am I saying best movie ever made or favorite movie ever made?
Best
movie ever made.
Which is like I said, the sum of the objective, the subjective, all of that.
The thing that's sticking in my head that I can't get out is Interstellar.
Oh, okay. I actually watched that again a couple of weeks ago because my dad has expressed an interest for like a couple of years now about wanting to see it, and I was watching it. It was like a year and a half, 2 years ago, something like that, on like a Sunday when it was like a Sunday afternoon, and I was just sitting at home and I like put it on for a little bit, and he came home and he was like, "Oh, I kind of always wanted to see that, or I've kind of wanted to see it for a while." I was like, "All right, then let me switch it off because like I don't want you to get it spoiled or whatever." And then I went with Mike and Gianna and a couple of Mike's friends to see it when they did the 10-year re-release in IMAX, which was really cool.
I should have done that.
Yeah, and then a couple of weeks ago, with football season like fully over, finally, I was like, all right. Sometimes on a Sunday we do stuff. Sometimes we kind of watch some stuff, whatever. So it was a day where it was going to be just me and my dad for like like a significant portion of the day. And I was like, all right, I know you got to get some stuff started for cooking, and then you're going to be like able to kind of sit down and do nothing. I was like, we're going to watch Interstellar. I know you said you want to see it. Let's finally sit down and watch it because I haven't seen it in like over a year. Like, this is the time. And he ended up really, really liking it. And it is a sensational movie. And every time I sit down and watch it, it just makes me more mad that it took me so long to finally watch it for the first time. Like, why I hadn't seen it when I did.
Yeah, that movie, it just does something to my brain every time I watch it. It blows me away. It's unimaginable. I was pulled this out so that you could see it. I know the audience can't. If I hold this up, I don't know if you could see kind of through it.
Is that a negative?
It is, yeah.
I can't make out what it is, but you know it's obvious. Like that's what
an IMAX film cell.
Oh, that's cool.
Movie, part of the collector's edition, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, you'll have to show it to me when I can actually see it, not through the camera. But like, I can tell that it was a negative, but I can't tell what it's a negative of. So
yeah, I mean it's a single frame of nothing really. But
okay, it's boring. They could have given you a cool shot at least, but but So my nomination, my first blush, where I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to like throw out a bunch of names," but like the first thing that comes to me is, I think there's a really credible case that Saving Private Ryan is the best movie ever.
Yeah,
because when you consider like the actual practical effects of what they did, managing these massive amounts of extras, these war scenes, everything going on, making it hyper realistic. Talk about a large ensemble cast, and you get some of all of their best performances of their careers.
Mm-hmm. That is, I mean, I wouldn't blink twice at that.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's like definitely the right answer, and then I end up throwing out a bunch of other options. I'm like, hey, listen, there's 10 or 15 movies that I could easily run through that are just as, but like when you consider the audacity of telling that story in that way and executing it at a super high level, the competence of the cinematography, like the actual directing of the actors, the directing of the action, like that shit still holds up. That does not look cheap and phony, like 25 or it's almost 30 years later. Like there is a real credible case, in my opinion, that could be the best movie ever made. Because like a lot of people are going to put up The Godfather, and that was one of the ones I mentioned. Absolutely worthy of that conversation. But at a certain point, so you know, script, sensational. Direction, sensational. Acting, sensational. But the degree of difficulty, like the action scenes are not really much to speak of. There's no real effects that are major, like practical or otherwise. Like there's a cap on that stuff. Like where, like I think you could put the other things toe to toe with Saving Private Ryan, and it'll match or exceed it, or at least hold its own and not be that far behind on it. But the degree of difficulty on executing those action scenes is like so much higher, and I think that there's like a legitimate argument to make with that. Same thing with like original Star Wars. Like, yeah, if you want to say script of Godfather is higher, if you want to say acting, it was higher. But the degree of difficulty on those action scenes and making that both the practical and this is before a time when quote unquote CGI existed, right? But for like what ILM was able to accomplish in that movie, like literally groundbreaking, you know? So
yeah, absolutely. What else did you throw out?
So I had 3 Spielberg movies on that. I was like, oh, that kind of means something.
Oh, interesting. You're like, oh, I did not know that about myself.
Well, yeah. So I had Saving Private Ryan, I had Jurassic Park, and I had, I feel like I should remember the other one because there was definitely 3. Fuck, what was the other one I had on there? Because I probably ended up naming about 10 movies. Because I had The Godfather, I had Star Wars. I had Jaws. Jaws was the other one.
Jaws, that is
which
solid.
Again, the ability to deliver on that movie when so many things went wrong during the production that like he was literally considering like quitting directing while making that movie. Budgets soared past where they were supposed to. The amount of time it took to shoot it, the amount of stress on set, like frankly, like all of the animatronics were broken for like 2/3 of the production. And like when they were trying to shoot the scenes of it, they were trying to like shoot the thing like breaching out of the water and it was coming up ass first, like not face first. Like the fact that it came out and it was like a sensational movie, and yes, sure, it's like sometimes it's less is more, right? The fact that you can kind of see the shark, or the shark is, you know, not fully on display,
right?
And it's more the looming the suspense and the horror of the fact that, oh god, it's going to attack, but not actually seeing it attack. Like if nothing else, it's a masterfully edited movie, right? So, but there was a couple others I named, but those were the big ones for me.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of movies that I love that like I hold near and dear to my heart, but I wouldn't say that they're the best movie ever made. But
Well, none of the movies that
Interstellar,
I always consistently quote as being one of my three favorite movies were on the list of what I consider the best movie,
right?
and and vice versa. I love those movies that I mentioned, but like they're not the ones I'm just sitting down to put on all the time, or like, oh, I gotta get super excited to put this. I mean, I've watched Saving Private Ryan a million times. I've watched Jaws a bunch of times. I've watched Star Wars a million times. Jurassic Park a million times. But
Yeah, I don't know, there's something about Interstellar that like I I just like can't explain it. It's just so it's just a whole feeling. Like the every shot is gorgeous. Like every performance you feel it. Obviously the music is incredible.
I mean, the music's incredible. It's like the fact that resonates so highly for me on a movie that's like not about that. And frankly, there's only a handful of like major themes in that one.
Yeah.
I mean, Zimmer crushes it, but like the deployment of even some themes that we've already heard is
Yeah.
really, really incredible in that movie.
Yeah.
What I will say about that one, it's funny because I feel like it's become a consistent criticism of Nolan over the years that, oh, he's too cold of a director. There's no heart. There's no emotion. I'm like, motherfucker, have you seen that movie? Because
Yeah.
I don't have kids,
Yeah.
and I have a good relationship with my father, and I basically cry every time he sits down to watch the fucking videos of his kids.
Oh my god, I know.
I don't have kids, and I don't have an estrangement with my father. I shouldn't be that emotional. Like,
Right.
just I don't have the lived experience to have that level of emotion, and I still basically tear up and or cry every time that scene comes on.
Yeah, he built this world that you can feel, and this like explained this time mechanic like so cleanly through an emotional experience. Oh, it's just oh my god.
Oh yeah, and by the way, yeah, his execution on science, both real and hypothetical,
Yeah.
in such a credible way is, really, because I think everyone, just what my opinion for my sci-fi, whether it be hard sci-fi or approaching more sci-fantasy, I think you get one really big thing that you have to like strain the credulity of belief for, and then I want the rest of the science to be really consistent and or correct.
Mm-hmm.
I think you get one thing. So the idea of this tesseract, which you can go into and affect space-time like that, I will give you that suspension of disbelief because you crushed every other bit of the science.
Right? Dude,
it's the same thing like my love of like something like Mass Effect. It's like, okay,
yeah.
Space travel across the like in a blink of an eye like that, scientifically impossible. We're going to create this fictional substance that allows you to turn mass to zero, and that fixes the energy equation that Einstein put forth, right? Okay, all the rest of science is right. You know what I mean? Like it's, or at least it's done with respect, right? So
right.
it'll.
I mean, that's what makes a good, like, well-grounded, like execution is that you are only tweaking a singular variable and exposing how that would impact everything else.
Yes,
making it feel more. It is when they like to go for a movie to go into like to have a person go into a black hole and for it to feel like so emotional when it happened, Interstellar is a perfect movie. I love it so much.
It's a really great movie.
And it's like I always say that The Dark Knight is my favorite movie, and Interstellar lately, like I just feel like I think Interstellar might be my favorite movie as well as what I think is the best.
It's threatening to at least make me consider moving my top 3 into a top 5 because I don't know that I can eject the other movies out.
Respect,
but I feel like it's, and I haven't seen it enough times yet now because I've still really only sat down and watched it all the way through like maybe 5 times now because it's a type of movie that I want to give some time so that I can miss it and want to fully embrace and enjoy it again.
Put Interstellar on in a dark room at full volume just so I could feel really, really small.
It's that crescendo when the whole thing. Well, that's great too, but it's when it builds up and it crescendos, and that whole sequence when Matt Damon, they're chasing him to the hub station thing, and that crescendo when the thing is spinning and they got to match the speed, and I'm like, It's the closest Zimmer has ever come to what ultimately would become that literal heartbeat erasing score from what's called the Dunkirk, where it's like somehow this song is almost overriding the pace of my own heartbeat. Like it has become a pacemaker that is now changing the pattern that my heart is beating at.
Totally. Oh, well, now that we've gushed over Interstellar, which didn't win Best Picture, let's circle back to Best Actor. We have Timothy Chalamet for Molly Scream, Leonardo DiCaprio for One Battle After Another, Ethan Hawke for Blue Moon, Michael B. Jordan for Sinners, and Wagner Moura for The Secret Agent.
Passenger.
I am torn on this one between Timothy Chalamet and Michael B. Jordan.
I'm going to be honest. Until this exact moment, I didn't realize Ethan Hawke was nominated again.
Until this, I thought you were Build-A-Bear. I thought one of my favorite lines in that 10-year saga. Oh my god. The front runner is razor thin. We've got Chalamet versus Jordan, which is
the last thing that I was told before I walked down here by Gianna was, "Oh, I heard that that Timothy Chalamet passed Michael B. Jordan." I think is what she said. And I also, until that moment, I had kind of erased a little bit that he was nominated. So I was like, really? So I don't know if that was the gambling odds or polling odds or what, but
yeah, here we have the closest race of the night. Chalamet swept nearly every precursor early in the season, Golden Globes, Critics' Choice, but Jordan took the SAG Award, which is the single most predictive precursor for acting categories. Betting odds show less than 1% separating them. Jordan won the BAFTA as well, giving him late season momentum. Most predictors now lean slightly towards Jordan after the SAG BAFTA sweep, but Chalamet's early wins keep him firmly in contention. Did he win? Has he won an Oscar?
Chalamet?
Did he win for the Bob Dylan portrayal?
No. Wasn't it Brody?
Yes.
I think everyone, I don't know if everyone thought, but there was some thought that he was going to win it, and it ended up being Brody. Because remember, he had that really long.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, I do remember that.
But yeah, and we're getting into that crazy territory where Chalamet's been nominated. Is this his third nomination, fourth nomination?
I can't.
And is he even 30 yet?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I'm gonna look that up, but
which also made for a really him and Gwyneth Paltrow getting quite intimate in that movie was also a little jarring.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
he is freshly 30. He turned 30 right after Christmas. 3-0. He turned 30 right after Christmas.
Okay, all right. What do you think? How do you think this is going to come out?
I honestly don't really have a good answer to that.
I kind of like that. I'm okay with. I'm happy with either
because I only really locked in on one of these performances. Like I did obviously see a fair bit of the Jordan performance, but I'm never going to be offended by Leonardo DiCaprio winning.
I just don't think he's going to. Not for this.
Yeah, no, it shouldn't be. Obviously, I could see there being momentum for Jordan, and I don't know if this is the one that Chalamet should win for either necessarily. I didn't see it, but and I never saw Call Me by Your Name, but he probably could have or should have won for that one, right?
Dude, what a movie!
Yeah, and
namesake over here, you know.
I know, and he was great last year. The Dylan one, realistically, probably should have won for that. So could you get a Lifetime Achievement Award here? I mean, he'd be a lot younger than DiCaprio was when he got his Lifetime Achievement Award. So
right. Yeah, we'll see. I guess we'll see how. Like I said, I feel like I'm rooting for both of them in this category. I like them both for it, and I do think that they're both deserving of it. I'm glad that it feels like it's a toss up between the two of them because none of the other things are really. I don't really know two of them, and the other one, like we said, Leonardo DiCaprio. Sure, but not this. So
yeah. You're just never going to be offended by DiCaprio winning an award. No. You're certainly not offended by him being nominated for it, but it's just he didn't do anything new really in that movie, which is not like a criticism. Like he did his job. He showed up and did the job he was asked to do, and he did a good job of it.
Yeah. I feel like his performance in Wolf of Wall Street was like so unhinged that I was like, this one works for me. Like, let's make this one it.
Yeah. I always am of two minds with movies like that. On the one hand, I want the big swing with the performance, but sometimes I do have to wonder. I mean, is it you turning up to 11? Is that actually good acting, or is it just swinging? You know?
Yeah, and his performance in The Departed is the other one that stands out to me as like, oof.
Yeah, I just there's more subtlety in that performance. Like, yes, there is some big in that performance, but there's way more subtle work in that performance. Mm-hmm. I don't
the scenes with the doctor and whatnot. Like, it just
I'm very case by case with these. Like, there's some like Gonzo performances where I'm like, you're doing too much, and there's other ones where I'm like, you fucking nailed it. Like, I it probably makes me sound hypocritical, but like, there's just sometimes where it's like, okay, going big is great because you want to see some risks, but also sometimes going big is you've now turned into a caricature.
Yeah.
Like, Pacino's done both, right? Like, I think in Heat, mostly he's too much of a caricature, but then like in Scarface, it's hard to say he's not crushing it. Like, that's what someone who was fucking coked out of their mind would look like, you know?
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, he's also playing someone who's coked out of their mind pretty much in Heat too, but he's 12 years older or whatever, so...
Next up, we have Best Actress. We've got Jessie Buckley for Hamnet, Rose Byrne, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, Kate Hudson for Song Sung Blue, Renee Rensby, Sentimental Value.
That name is killing you, man.
It's killing me. And Emma Stone for Begonia.
So I heard something funny this week that the reviews for The Bride are so bad, and that Jessie Buckley in it is so bad that people are wondering if it's going to jeopardize her having a chance to win this, which because it sounds like it's all but like sewn up that she should win it. So I just don't know when the votes were due.
Right.
Like if there is actually an overlap here, or if it's just a perception thing, you know, because like if the votes were already cast before this movie came out, her performance in that movie shouldn't be indicative of her performance in the other movie. Like, you have to take them as separate.
Unless it highlights, like, unless the flaws are like accentuated.
So this is one of those things. Is this like one of those things where it's like in Step Brothers where he goes, "Oh, you guys are wearing tuxedos to an interview for a job, whatever." Like, "Oh, it's ironic, it's funny," and then like the guy then he farts and he goes, "All right, now the tuxedo seem kind of fucked up."
Is that ketchup and onion? The front runner here is Jessie Buckley, the only clean sweep of the season in any major acting category. Buckley won the Golden Globe, Critics' Choice, BAFTA, and SAG for her portrayal of Agnes, Shakespeare's wife in Hamnet. She is the 10th actress to sweep all 4 major precursors. The previous 9 all won the Oscar. This is the surest bet of any acting category. Okay? All right. We've got Best Supporting Actor, Benicio del Toro in One Battle After Another. Close the book. That is it. I don't want to hear anything else. I wanted to. No, that's not.
Well, can we at least talk about the?
We're gonna keep going. We got Benicio del Toro. We've got Jacob Elordi. We've got. Now hang on. Not for anything. Mm-hmm. This is a co-lead. Jacob.
That's
Elordi.
True. It's hard to call it. Well, I mean.
The movie is Frankenstein, I guess. It is about Victor.
No, but it's not just that, honestly. That wasn't where I was going to go first. There's a fair amount of this movie where he has, like, just 0 lines in or is not on screen for. So, that's like, as much as you're right, like, character-wise, and, you know, the times when he's on screen, he's the only one on screen a lot of times. But, I mean, Oscar Isaac does probably dominate the total screen time.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so we've got Benicio del Toro, we've got Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein, we've got Delroy Lindo for Sinners, we've got Sean Penn for One Battle After Another, and Stellan Skarsgård for Sentimental Value.
I'm not a Sean Penn guy, but I at least have to give him a hat tip. I mean, he's so deranged in this movie, and again, this is a bit of a Gonzo performance, but he even has a couple of moments where he pulls it back a little bit, and I'll give him a nod. Like, it's,
but like, everything
you love seeing a villain be totally disgusting.
Totally, but like everything, like the choices that he makes though, like just the body movement, the tics, the stature, all of it was so well thought out and so unsettling. I almost feel like he was in a room for hours. Like, how can I make myself worse?
Like Christoph Waltz never had to do anything again after Inglourious Basterds. Like he just never had to do anything again, and no one had ever heard of him
Not
before
a moment
that.
after he pulled the pipe out. He could have just been done there. That could have been it.
And it's just purely because he was one of the most vile, disgusting, and terrifying characters of all time, and also like in a different way, equally ridiculous to this one. So,
although I will say, he's pretty. Yeah, he done that right. He was great. He was great in that. That scene with the pastry, the turnover, saying like I have to wait for the fresh cream, and like it's just horrible. It's horrible, and he's wonderful. He's wonderfully terrible in it. Yeah. Anyway, I think for best supporting actor, my pick is Benicio del Toro. Sean Penn is like, I feel like he has to win this.
I won't be offended. It is a bit random. I thought he was great in the movie, but like, if you hadn't told me what the nominations were, I don't know that I would have nominated him for this role, which is not meant to be a criticism. It just like wouldn't have really crossed my mind. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this category, honestly. I mean, I didn't see Sinners close. I mean, Delroy Lindo's great too, and he's always great as a supporter. Like he's not a lead guy; he's a great supporting actor.
Yeah,
we love Stellan Skarsgård. I wish I'd seen this movie just for this category right now specifically. Can we give him a supporting actor Oscar for his work on Andor? Because like, I mean, again, if we want to give him an honorable mention, and he's been nominated a bunch of times, I don't remember if he's ever won one or not, but like. Yeah. He's a tremendous actor. I'm sure he was great in this movie. Like, I don't know. I don't have a strong feeling about any of these. I will not be offended by any of them winning. I'll be happy for pretty much any of them. I mean, Sean Penn's had enough accolades in his career, so maybe he doesn't need to win. But like, would you be offended by him winning for this role? Like, he was great. He was terrible.
Yeah. We got the frontrunner Sean Penn, who won 2 most predictive precursors, BAFTA and SAG. For his role as Colonel Stephen J. Lockjaw. Stellan Skarsgård won the Golden Globe and could benefit if Del Toro splits votes with Penn, both from the same fair.
I mean, the one thing about the Golden Globes that's weird is it's got the most international of the voting bodies.
Right.
And so the fact that he's an international actor who won that could just be a specific bias to that voting body, and I don't expect me to break down fucking the specifics of voting bodies for any of these awards very much, but that is one thing I actually know. So
yeah. All right. Well, moving on to best supporting actress, we've got Elle Fanning for Sentimental Value. We've got Jesus Christ. We've got just bear with me. All right.
I saw the name. I know what you're struggling with.
We've got Inga Ibsdottir Lillias.
Well, you might have lost it a little bit in the last name, but I think you pretty much got it.
All right. For Sentimental Value, we've got Amy Madigan for Weapons. We've got Wunmi Mosaku for Sinners. And we've got Teyana Taylor for One Battle After Another.
I didn't watch Weapons. It's funny, of all movies, for this to be nominated in that category. I mean, Teyana Taylor was great. She's also deranged in this fucking movie. Yeah. But I don't have a strong feeling for this.
But Weapons, that's the well, did you see it? You didn't see it.
No, I'm not going to. You can. I mean, I know pretty much what the movie was about. So yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay,
yeah.
She won the SAG award, and like that was, I feel like everybody was like, yeah, obviously, like at that time. So I don't know. It seems like that. Oh no, I don't know why I'm guessing. Frontrunner Amy Madigan, but it's narrow. The most chaotic acting race. Precursors are split 3 ways. Teyana Taylor won the Golden Globe. Wunmi Mosaku won the BAFTA, and Amy Madigan won the SAG Actor. And the Critics' Choice. Gold Derby odds give Madigan 42% versus Taylor's 34%. Madigan's SAG win is the strongest single predictor, but no one has locked the category down. Genuine toss-up energy. That's kind of cool. So that could be an exciting category to watch.
Yeah.
Nice. Best original screenplay. We have Blue Moon, It Was Just an Accident, Marty Supreme, Sentimental Value, and Sinners.
Sorry, what was this category? I got totally
Best distracted. Original screenplay.
I forgot. You always, not that I don't care about screenplay, but you definitely hone in more on these than I do. So
Yeah, I feel like. I mean, I don't know. Some of these I don't know, right? I didn't.
Could this be the strongest chance, really, for Sinners? Are people going to love this script?
I think so. That would be my guess. I don't know why I keep guessing. If I scroll a little bit further down, I've got frontrunners. Frontrunner, Sinners, Ryan Coogler Swift, BAFTA, Critics' Choice, and WGA. This is considered one of the most predictable categories of the night. No realistic upset candidate. Yeah, yes.
I mean,
go with Sinners for this one. Anyway,
with sentimental value, who knows with some of these foreign scripts, like, you just don't know what people's like mileage is with this.
Yeah.
Supreme's going to have some heat, but I mean, people love Coogler. They love this movie. This feels like an easy win for it. As far as, I mean, they're not, it sucks because is this going to be the movie that's like, oh, it was nominated for the most things, but it wins 2 Oscars, and like somehow it's going to be a disappointment where it's like, you win 2 Oscars, it's fucking great. Like, you're a great movie. You win multiple Oscars, especially when they're like cross-disciplinary things. Like if you win like for cinematography and screenplay, or actor and like visual effects, whatever. Like, it's like having like multiple different things to speak to, right? If you won the 3 acting awards and nothing else, it's like, okay, so you had tremendous actors. Like, did that make it a great movie, or did it make it a great cast? Like, oh, you won for screenplay and direction. It's like, okay, so that makes a really good movie, but like, is anyone even going to remember who was in this? Was it just super artsy and there wasn't a lot of meat on the bone? Like, I don't know. So it would be cool for it to win this one. I think it's a fair fit, and it's not to say that should be the runaway, but like, I didn't see Blue Moon, and honestly, I didn't hear about it. It was just an accident until right the second. So
yeah. For best adapted screenplay, we have Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, and Train Dreams.
So I did not know that Begonia was adapted. I had no idea what the origin of that story is.
With my experience so far, I would go with Frankenstein for adapted screenplay. I think that
actually also have to say, I didn't realize One Battle After Another is adapted. What is that adapted from?
Adapted from multiple sources, including elements of Pinecon's Vineland?
No idea.
Pinecon? I can't read anything tonight.
Pynchon. Thomas Pynchon. Okay.
Right,
he's an author. Okay. Or
what was
writer,
the name
whatever.
from before that I can't even remember now that I was absolutely crashing?
Oh, the
Joe Chinchilla.
Yeah, Joaquin Trier.
The frontrunner is One Battle After Another for Paul Thomas Anderson. PTA is the first screenwriter to sweep all precursors: Critics' Choice, Golden Globe, BAFTA, WGA, and USC Scripter.
I mean, you can make a credible argument he's a better writer than director, I guess, but
another near certain winner. Okay,
because he's basically always nominated for whatever version of screenplay that any movie makes. So
yeah, that's true. And that's it. That's your core list. Obviously, there's a bunch of other categories, and we'll probably circle back on those in the following episode.
After that we're going to spend a fair amount of our consumption / news next episode. I'm not going to say next week because we'll probably miss it. But
so to recap before we leave you for the night, we have Best Picture with high confidence as One Battle After Another. Best Director with very high confidence as Paul Thomas Anderson. Best Actor as a coin flip with the slight edge given to Michael B. Jordan. Best Actress very high, Jessie Buckley. Best Supporting Actor high, Sean Penn. Best Supporting Actress low, Amy Madigan. Best Original Screenplay very high, Sinners. And Best Adapted Screenplay very high, One Battle After Another. Cool.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a fun night.
I hope so.
Is there a host? Did we go back to hosts? I don't remember.
I'm sure there's a host.
Who's hosting the Oscars? This is information that I should have had ahead of time. I apologize.
It's funny. Yeah, actually, we didn't talk about the production at all. And usually it's a kind of a big deal. And I feel like it is still probably a big deal. And we're going to see it. And it's like, oh, yeah, duh. That's definitely who's hosting.
Conan O'Brien.
Yeah, there you go. Duh. That's totally who's hosting.
Yeah, let's do it. Love Conan. All right. Well, that's all for this year's edition of Flix and a Whisk. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you have a wonderful Oscars weekend. Until next time, I'm Anthony Costanzo.
And I'm Al Bielsi.
Thanks for coming on.